What's good, guys? I'm here to drop you another jam-packed video filled with knowledge, and today we will be discussing about what could potentially happen in the stock market in the current state, and also this could leak into the crypto market. So get ready, guys, and put your market caps on because this video is going to be crazy. First off, we'll be discussing about what is currently happening in the stock market. As you see, the SPY was red on Thursday and Friday. And part of that was due to the new mask mandates that were implemented in LA. Also, Tokyo has decided that they will not have spectators in Japan for the Olympics. These two things negatively affected the markets. And now over the weekend, we've received news that the Delta COVID variant has made cases rise to as high as we've seen in March. There's news articles about it, and I will show it to you guys right now. So just looking at all these articles, we could potentially see a pullback in the market, guys. And not to be a bear, I hate to be a bear, but you can play both sides of the market. People probably don't know that. Most people, new traders, don't know you can play both sides of the market. You can play it by playing call options or put options. You could short the market or simply buy stocks if you think they're going up. But essentially what is happening here is the market is in a very particular situation, right? And we're seeing that there's multiple fear factors coming in, and I will list off the first two. First off was inflation. Everybody was scared for inflation, what it could potentially do to particularly growth stocks and tech stocks. Today we're seeing Apple nearly close up at around $180. They just had earnings earlier on in the year. They had near perfect earnings, okay? And now they potentially are coming in for another earnings that, who knows, it could be great. People are expecting it to be great because there's so much money in the economy that has led for a company to Apple to boom. Now, with that being said, inflation would probably be the number one fear factor. Fear factor number two at this moment is COVID, okay? With the news coming out this week, it has absolutely decimated the market. And what we could see potentially next week could be potentially worse, okay? I'm not saying there's going to be a market crash. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we could see a small pullback in the market. If you guys have been paying attention to the market, you've noticed that we've consistently hit all-time highs for the past basically year and a half. And also, in this week, I'm talking about in this situation is this month, we've consistently hit literally all-time highs at least once a week, okay? So with all this being said and all this information that we're absorbing is we need a pullback in the market. You never really see a market go straight up and not have some type of correction or pullback. We've literally soared past our pre-pandemic levels. And obviously COVID, you know, when we were having all the COVID cases back in March of last year, the market tanked. But ever since then, it's been a consistent run up. Sorry, guys, I just had to take a break to blow my nose. But what I'm trying to get at here, guys, is there's going to be a pullback in the market, and it's going to happen soon. You have these two fear factors coming in at literally a perfect situation. The market's hitting all-time highs, everybody's upbeat, and all of a sudden we get some bad news. We got COVID, we got the CPI data last week, inflation, COVID. This is literally brewing for a storm. This is a storm brewing. Like I said, guys, earlier, I don't expect the market to crash. I'm just exercising all potential possibilities, because when you're looking at the market and you're analyzing the market, you really shouldn't think about with your own mindset, because we have our own biases in our mindset that creates these little biases that we think this is going to happen. That's where most day traders and traders in general start losing money. You have to put your market cap on. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you need your market cap because you need to know what the market wants to see, not you, what the market wants to see. And I'll tell you right now, the market is not wanting to see inflation, and it is not wanting to see COVID hit cases literally at April highs. We don't want to see that. The market does not want to see that. So what we're seeing right now is terrible for the market. Don't think about it in your own mindset. Think about it in the market's mindset. Think about what the market wants to see, okay? So now that we're getting at this, that a potential pullback could happen, what are some stocks that could potentially pull back? Tech stocks. I know it's earnings season. Completely get that. But if these earnings seasons aren't as great as people expect, this is the perfect storm for a potential pullback. You know, if numbers aren't as great as we saw last quarter, we may be seeing a little bit of a pullback. Like I said, guys, The earnings season is pretty much the only thing that will probably hold this market up. And if these numbers don't come out great, like Apple did last quarter, near perfect earnings, as CNBC analysts said, we could see a pullback in those stocks. Apple, Microsoft, and not to mention Amazon. Jeff Bezos just announced that he will not be going to space anymore due to, I believe it was scheduling conflicts. Like, what kind of scheduling conflict do you have that you don't want to go to space? Was it a dentist appointment or something? But on a serious note, the stock market right now is a scary situation, and it's going to be choppy. But overall, we should see a pullback. And I would say the key support levels on the SPY, and let me check out my technical analysis. I'm doing this raw in front of you guys. But the key levels look to be around, let me pull up and I'm looking at this on the 4-hour chart on Thinkorswim if you guys want to check it out yourselves. Our first support level would be 425. Our second support level would be 413, around 413. Yep. Like I said, in our last support level in the 400s would be 402. After that, we see a large fall to 330, 383, which I don't expect the SPY to fall that much. I genuinely don't know if the SPY could potentially fall to 400, but I would hate to see the SPY fall below 400, okay? So we analyzed interest rates. We analyzed the COVID fear factor, okay? With all this being said, you need to find out how to play the market. And what I would play the market is balance my portfolio out with calls and puts. Particularly, I may be looking at calls for earning season stocks, okay? You have Apple coming up, you have Coke coming up, you have Disney coming up, you have a lot of big name stocks. If you do expect those stocks to do great numbers, we could see a small pop, but then a pullback. You have Lucid Motors, aka CCIB, with their merger date coming up this Friday or this Thursday. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But there's a lot of catalysts this week. But overall, the market is not in a good situation. It broke support around 432, it's looking like, and now it's at 431. So, guys, we could be in a very particular situation, but comment down below what you guys think that we could see in the stock market and just your overall thought process going in and what plays you're going to be looking at. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That would truly mean a lot. If you gain even the slightest bit of knowledge, guys, just, drop me a like and a comment. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and make sure to dominate the stock market this week, guys. Later, guys.